Oh, wow. I was not prepared. I was straight. How does somebody leave a voicemail if I don't have a voicemail set up? My phone's confusing me. That's confusing. Oops. Forgot to change that. Forgot to change that too. I'm forgetting something. Oh. You're gonna hear text-to-speech really super quick.
User 1 says, hello. User 2 says, how are you? User 3 cheered 100 bits, awesome.
So. I got a magic trick I was working on right here. I need to sleeve it. That's like the next thing I need to do. How's everybody today? Are we numbering these now? Okay, we didn't number them here. But we did number them here. I'm inconsistent with this. I'm going to confuse myself. It's because here we knew for sure what we were going with. Like, this can actually be completely gotten rid of. So we're going with all of it. Do. Was it a bunker? It's a base of some kind. Did I call it a bunker? I did call it a bunker.
Dim, dam, dalilam, vacarme, s'en va dans l'oubli éternel. Et sta dom guardiam, dilim, didididida, lutes sera dodidom, seram. Dim, dim, da, 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 dim, da, 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 dim, da, di, dam. Dim dim da 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 dim dim da 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 dim da di dam. Dans là-haut sera ravi, les toits à sur noir gris fera. Clair, obscur, trouble de nature
And two hand. Don't forget the hyphen. I'm not gonna tell anyone what that what that flip was. I'm just gonna use that for the next coin flip. It's been flipped ahead of time. How many points did we have before? 3.
Clair-obscur, trouble de rature, courera et fait. Clair-obscur, voir des hauts peintures, trouvera sans elle. Clair-obscur, trouble de rature, trouvera et fait. Clair-obscur, voir des hauts peintures, trouvera sans elle.
Raspberry Blip 27 says, I love this.
There's nothing going on at the moment. We just started the outline for chapter 3, as in I just put down the first word.
Arcane Duke 922 says, PV PV spin.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to play some settings real quick. We're gonna turn that down. And that should maybe make it so I can actually hear text-to-speech a bit clearer.
Raspberry Blip 27 says, music to my ears.
The fact that I just turned down the music down, okay. Next, still talk about, still going about his usual work business.
Raspberry Blue 27 says, it's still loud.
It's still loud. Is that better? There's a delay, I know, so it's like I know I have to wait for the delay to happen.
Arcane Duke 922 says, we can work with that.
We can work with that. I'm distracted. My phone keeps going off today, and I don't know why. I got a phone call from someone I don't recognize. They don't recognize the number, and I'm wondering how, what, who, how, why. Because I don't give my personal number out to anyone or anything, unless I know who it
The Dark
is.
Spartan 5 says, no.
No.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, why yes.
Why yes.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, FFRE Shavo Adu.
Was that supposed to be the free Shavakadu? They got free Shavakadu.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, why yes. The
What?
Dark Spartan 5 says, yes.
Yes, encounter spelled with an E, not in. It's not encounters. English. Who thought of these spellings?
The Dark Spartan 5 says, I am at work and for some reason my phone sends things twice.
Okay.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, FRE Sha FOC Adu.
It's not. I don't think it's ever gonna say free Shavakadu right. Free Shavakadu.
Raspberry Blue 27 says, I don't know, it's all crazy. Raspberry Blue 27 says, but love it.
I don't care.
The Dark Spartan 5 says, got to go.
Yeah, if you said you were at work, that makes
The Dark
sense.
Spartan 5 says, bye.
Ba 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 ba. I'm like really curious because they somehow left a voicemail and I didn't even set up a voicemail, and this is driving me crazy. I don't know why.
Raspberry Blue 27 says, have a good night at work. Raspberry Blue 27 says, but to remember peace and love comes through you and be safe always.
What do you want about? I'm realizing I'm actually more distracted whilst streaming this because I also do need to remember to be talking. Also paying attention to stream chat as best I can. It takes text to speech, so that helps a lot. Shoot. I need to find a way to hold up my green screen so I can actually use the green screen as well. That would be nice. Because I feel like a green screen would look better than this.
Raspberry Blue 27 says, we.
Oh, you sent a long one that has an apostrophe. If you send a thing with an apostrophe, it doesn't get read out loud. It's a bug with the code, but I've turned it into a feature so it silences stream elements. Book writing, hold on, I forgot to zoom in. So you can actually, it's actually legible. Oh wait, I don't need this here either. What am I doing? Make it as big as possible so it's possible to read.
Raspberry Blue 27 says, it went with the sentence before LOL.
I figured that out.
Arcane Duke 922 says, at this point in the story, has Max been infected?
Oh, yes. Yes, he was infected in chapter 2, I think. Yes, it happened in the just previous chapter. What power did we think he was going to have? Shoot. Didn't open. Should be in T.
Arcane Duke 922 says, I don't think we had decided yet.
If it's not written down anywhere, we have free game to do wherever we feel like. We didn't decide yet.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, Max with the infection of what?
It's a parasite. He's infected with a parasite. That's the premise of the book. So effectively it gives him some form of power, but it also has downsides.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, oh gotcha.
Lightning hands? Like, nah. What fits the character we have? What's something a reserved person, or something to do with anything, would have? Probably invisibility at that point. I do have he's sneaky boy, which means it would help him with that, but also I feel like it should also not fit the character and be like a hindrance to him.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, not really what book?
Book writing. We are writing one. I don't think we have a name for it yet, because at the moment I think I just call it Space. This is the wrong one. This is the one you guys are looking at.
Arcane Duke 922 says, I think it should be a combat power. Maybe the hindrance is that he can't turn it off. Batman Expert 229 says, make a character named Greg.
Don't we already have a character named Greg? Yeah, we do.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, oh okay, that's cool.
We already have a Greg, Bats. He's the tea purist. Also the resistance leader. But the tea purist comes first.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, yes you do.
We do have armor as one of the, like, protective armor as one of the parasite things. We're also doing outline for chapters at this point, not character stuff.
Raspberry Blue 27 says, so explain the book a little more.
Well, here we have the prologue, where parasites from Pluto go to Mars. Wait. Backstory of the world is parasites from Pluto go to Mars when humanity has
Arcane
moved.
Duke 922 says, you mentioned lightning hands. Maybe his body can generate electricity and he needs to find a way to insulate himself. Then he can build gadgets that use his electricity for power.
Fair. It's redirect lightning. He's generating the lightning.
Batman Expert 229 says, like Zuko in Avatar.
There's a magic card already called redirect lightning, so it actually happens to fit the set, because I'm pretty sure they actually directly call it redirecting lightning in the show.
Batman Expert 229 says, redirect lightning. Arcane Duke 922 says, railgun as a potential weapon he makes.
Let's see the gun you make. It's gonna be more of a description. I don't think I'm gonna hire an artist to do any of this stuff.
Batman Expert 229 says, actually now that I think about it, that may have been me who named that character rolling on the floor laughing. But I must have forgotten.
Arcane Duke actually named him. He did Giovanni, then I went and suggested George, and then he's like, Greg would be better. Or Gregory would be
Batman
better.
Expert 229 says, never mind.
I remember that one. That's why he's the tea purist. It's Arcane Duke's self-insert.
Arcane Duke 922 says, Fufi laser. Raspberry Blue 27 says, LOL okay.
I'm thinking about going back to and adding some things to chapter 2. So everything seems normal, then all of a sudden he starts like generating electricity.
Arcane Duke 922 says, he could start planning on going to the moon to get cured.
I'm gonna say
Batman Expert 229 says, talking to the moon.
how many chapters does this book want to be? I'm not wondering. Prologue 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's just now
Arcane
thinking
Duke
about going to the moon.
922 says, the secret password to get into the moon is speak cheese and enter.
Speak.
Arcane Duke 922 says, 3 books.
3 books. Then he's getting to the moon pretty dang quick. If chapter 4 is him planning it, my throat's kind of dry. Sorry. If I had to hydrate channel points, this would be the time to use it. That's empty.
Batman Expert 229 says, make a special item dubbed Cheese of Truth.
I do think that's pretty funny, however I don't think I'm gonna go with the speak cheese and enter. Wait. I did think of something. Oh shoot, what's the word? Oh shoot. Gosh dang it. I ain't learning Irish for nothing.
Batman Expert 229 says, Gouda. Raspberry Blue 27 says, yes cheesy east of truth. Arcane Duke 922 says, you could have a couple of chapters of him adapting from having to wear kitchen rubber gloves to Iron Man suit.
Actually, that is... yes, we could do that.
Raspberry Blue 27 says, ha ha ha.
I'll be the Iron Man second as your first. What? I'm confused by that most recent message. Raspberry. I. What do you
Arcane Duke 922 says, back from the ads.
Oh, there was ads. Oh, oops. I can't control that. I can't control that being in the way. If I'd known those ads, I would have gone up and gotten something to drink then. Because the only person who would have been missing stuff is Bats, if he's even still here. Because Bats seems to tune in for like a minute or two and then leave. Oh, he's still here. Okay. Actually, so I've watched your stream for longer, so it's not all the time anyway. Perhaps Max deserves a girlfriend somewhat. You missed that bit, didn't you? There is some. She's Mars at the moment.
Batman Expert 229 says, probably.
Jeff, it wasn't Vanessa, was it? Helga, it was Helga.
Batman Expert 229 says, he gets the girl, they live happily ever after on a space island.
They're not going to live happily ever after. There is going to be sequel bait. The first one is about the hive mind. The next two is going to be because Arcane Duke is demanding 3 books. Cracked.
Arcane Duke 922 says, Thulu.
Cthulhu.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, yes, he does get the girl and be eat ever in life.
Why did it read happiest like that?
Raspberry Blib 27 says, happiest.
We don't want to be doing too much ahead of things. I feel like 3 can end like that, and then 4 needs something more, I feel. Oh, wait, I have the smuggler's name already. His name was Carlos.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, okay, Carlos was happy or not?
He's a smuggler. He's helpful whenever he can be. Did I ever say he was happy? He's busy all the time. Oh, that's right. He also has a drinking problem. I forgot about that.
Batman Expert 229 says, Daddy Thulu is love, Daddy Thulu is life.
I see you, Bats. You are the mod. Why are you being so...
Batman Expert 229 says, JK JK.
hentai about things. I made it a verb. English works in weird ways.
Batman Expert 229 says, true.
Choosing you are into hentai. That's gross, man.
Raspberry Blue 27 says, so not happy but not really knowing the truth of life. You can be happy, make the right decision.
Oh, I think he thinks he's happy. I don't know. All I have on him is he's a smuggler. He knows other smugglers, who might be able to help Max out at some point. And he's known for drinking and flying. And helps out whenever he can.
Batman Expert 229 says, maybe he finds a special ore that enhances his lightning capabilities. Raspberry Blue 27 says, out.
So let's help Max. Let's help Max out and get stronger by the minute of helping each other, and but without no one knows the truth out. Are you confused? Am I confused? Somebody here confused? Surely I can't be confused.
Arcane Duke 922 says, no ore needed. He can build capacitors to store energy till he needs to release it. Batman Expert 229 says, all are confused in their lifetime.
The ore is Mole Knight, and that's to get rid of the thing. And I'm thinking, because of his always active thing, that it may not work initially. Because otherwise, why bother with all this training with it?
Batman Expert 229 says, intriguing.
Maybe at the end of the book, he goes back and then it's like calms down enough so they can do it.
Batman Expert 229 says, did you say it was Mole Knight? Or did I hear that wrong?
Mole Knight is what I have it called. I think it's written on this page somewhere. No, we don't.
Arcane Duke 922 says, Mole Might is anti-parasite. If needed it might get used to shut the parasite down like a suppression collar. Batman Expert 229 says, ah, I see. Raspberry Blib 27 says, he can always release it, but to trust and realize the truth and take a book and write true standings on it would be awesome.
The bat one is a temporary, he's testing it and then sees if that works thing.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, oh okay fly Batman.
Who's flying?
Batman Expert 229 says, the capacitors. Are they fluxy? LOL, JK no copyright.
The dog chew toy? That's not a dog, that's a baby. The baby chew toy? What else? Okay. Because I'm thinking he could have like different. So.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, that's what I'm asking?
I am lost. I am so lost.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, you can try to take a soul, but this is one is great ans, no man or women will take it to the wrong.
I can potentially play around with what Bat said. What Raspberry said, I have no idea what you're on about. I really messed up the knuckle roll there.
Batman Expert 229 says, don't hurt yourself.
I wasn't gonna hurt myself. I don't think I can hurt myself by doing that. I can drop the coin. Of course, when I don't have it on.
Arcane Duke 922 says, maybe an EMP to take out nearby electronics. Arcane Duke 922 says, definitely should make a railgun.
Life is meaning that is loved and
Dans le silence et la nuit, magie et poésie prennent vie, lueur taciturne, sauve des âmes nocturnes. Demi-lune à demi-mot, murmurant et tantôt clair-obscur de la nuit, ta sagesse éclaire nos esprits, esquisse dans l'air, ta magie opère, poussière d'éther. Source de création, créature de ton imaginaire.
Same.
Demi-lune à demi-mot, murmurant et tantôt clair-obscur de la nuit, ta sagesse éclaire nos esprits. Artiste fébrile, pinceau
Raspberry Blue 27 says, just know it?
Dans ce monde, dans ce monde s'achève, où tout s'achève.
I'm busy writing and all of a sudden I hear just...
Raspberry Blue 27 says, it's a boon right. Raspberry Blue 27 says, book.
It's a book. Yes. Well, not yet. We're planning out chapter 5.
Dans l'aube, ton cœur se pose dans l'obscurité, décidé vers l'éternité. 2000
Raspberry Blue
Nope.
27 says, I love you more than life itself I would to hell.
clair-obscur de la nuit, ta sagesse éclaire nos esprits. Un soir ici.
How many chapters should we aim for here in the first book?
Batman Expert 229 says, 27.
27 is a lot.
Batman Expert 229 says, JK. Arcane Duke 922 says, no need to do multiple books.
If we do 27, it will be one book. Oh, oops, this is the...
Batman Expert 229 says, maybe like 15? Depends on what you feel like writing. Raspberry Blue 27 says, we got one, it will tell a story.
I mean, yeah, that's the idea of a book. 15 might be good. We've got the outline for 5. And a prologue. Does the prologue count as a chapter? If so, we technically got 6. Also, we're really cooking today. It took us a single stream for
Batman Expert
prologue.
229 says, technically in a way yes.
Because one stream for prologue, one stream for chapter 1, and then here we got chapter 2, 3, 4, and 5 mostly done. Chapter 5, he's still on Earth. Chapter 6, he's still going to be on Earth. There's going to be a few, I'm thinking a few chapters on the moon. And then definitely a few chapters on Mars.
Arcane Duke 922 says, if only 15 chapters then background details may need to be abbreviated.
A lot of the background details are going to be not fully, because there already is an idea for a sequel. I've fallen in love with the idea and the world, and I have an idea for a sequel already. And the idea is already going to be like it's foreshadowed. The idea of it is foreshadowed in chapter 1 or 2. That's why the prologue, it's instead of having it like fully there, it's all mostly options as well. Because the prologue is supposed to provide the background details that are important. Effectively, what writing this the way Tolkien, not nearly as in depth, but the way Tolkien wrote Lord of the Rings, where he wrote the world and then went, this is the story that would make sense happening here.
Raspberry Blue 27 says, awesome.
There's a whole history to everything that you don't know, that's like actually written, and then you don't know it in the book until a separate book comes out. I don't want the railgun to be too busted, so it will do one very powerful shot, but then it takes about 2 minutes to recharge with him standing there charging it.
Batman Expert 229 says, did you establish a name for the book? If you did, I forget what it is. LOL.
I did not. We have multiple things in the works for it. At the moment on the main thing, it's called Space. I'm thinking we go and change the name once we get more of the book written.
922 says, short for Space AIDS.
That's right. That's what... I forgot that that's what it was supposed to...
Batman Expert 229 says, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing.
So my thing is, I don't think we can actually call it that. Without getting people confused on what it is. Because that sounds like a smut book for some, like, where the main character's going around, you know, with everything that's in space. And then contracting all the diseases from it.
Raspberry Blue 27 says, Real Italy.
Real Italy. I don't think that's what you meant, but I heard Real Italy.
Batman Expert 229 says, Chronicles of Max, Planetary Defender. Raspberry Blue 27 says, reality. Arcane Duke 922 says, ads.
It's already taken.
Raspberry Blue 27 says, so beyond Ada.
So beyond Ada. No, I think Arcane Duke is talking about he's watching ads at the moment. He's not in the stream.
Raspberry Blue 27 says, Hada.
Okay, I'm. This is the most confused I've ever been streaming.
Raspberry Blue 27 says, CPOL. Raspberry Blue 27 says, cool.
I don't think I want to call it that.
Arcane Duke 922 says, and back.
I keep making acronyms on accident. Can't type lol. I know that. You misspelled cool. Cool. I think calling a thing puke kind of funny. Especially if you don't ever call it, you always use the full thing. Personal use of, and then see if anybody notices.
Raspberry Blue 27 says, I said bad.
I know, I called you out for being, because you said you spelled cool, CP, Sipool. Boost electric charge,
Arcane Duke 922 says, that acronym is gonna be pronounced puke.
I'm aware.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, haha, and now one stays a day lol. Batman Expert 229 says, Max and the Celestial Frontier.
Why are you so insistent on putting Max in the title, out of curiosity? I mean, I do appreciate you throwing names out there. Especially because I've got none, but... So I do feel like Space AIDS is so far the best one we got, because that actually implies some form
Raspberry
of...
Blib 27 says, Noon. Batman Expert 229 says, cause that's the main character's name or st least I thought it was.
It is, but you don't have to have the main character in the name of a book. Max is the main character.
Batman Expert 229 says, although Space AIDS is hilarious. Raspberry Blib 27 says, it was but not constantly.
It's been Max since the first stream that we've been doing this. We decided on Max being the main character. I do kind of like the idea of having a personal transport device being called Puke. I'm keeping that.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, so sorry I missed the first couple okay.
We've gotten surprisingly good progress done on this. When it comes to the actual writing bit, I'll probably do that on my own time. So once the outlines are done, I'll start writing.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, why are being calling puked?
Personal use electric chair. Puke. It was the best I could come up with on the fly.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, okay.
I don't think I'm ever actually going to explicitly say that that's how they're pronouncing it. I just think I'll write it as person use electric chair. And then once somebody says the first time, writing out P-U-E-C.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, I don't like that.
Why? It's a chair. I don't think it's ever going to come up that much. Honestly.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, a chair is for sitting, not puking or having a bad name when you're awesome.
No, 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 no. That's not what the chair is for. It's not. I don't know how to describe it to you specifically.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, tell me.
It's an acronym, a personal use electric chair. It just happens to spell puke. But not P-U-K-E, it's P-U-E-C. So it's still pronounced puke, but it's a different word, technically.
Arcane Duke 922 says, vermis is Latin for worm. Might use that somewhere in the title.
Hold on. So what you're telling me is now I need to learn Latin. Hold on. Wait a moment. If the moon colony is based off of, like, all the names are based off of biblical figures, what's the Hebrew for? Time to learn Hebrew.
Arcane Duke 922 says, maybe the parasites could be called vermicides.
Maybe. They were called a different thing. Hebrew wouldn't work out that well because I don't know how to type that. Maybe we could.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, yes you do. And Greek. The meanings are wrong and I don't like what they are saying. Learn it, my child in Christ.
I mean, potentially we could go with them being called. Let me put it. I don't know how to spell it. Gosh dang it. I think that the Vermizite works better than this. Is that how you? I'm gonna actually what I could do. Make dang well sure. I spell it the same way you did, just because I think your spelling would be more accurate to what you looked up or already knew. This is very blue saying I know Hebrew. Because I don't know all that much. It's an occasional word for etymology reasons. Same is true of Latin. But for Latin, it's more noun-based things or things like that. Or D&D reasons, naming the king, because it's king in English than king in Latin. I don't think that's too much of a shocker to people that I do that kind of thing. This should be... Just gonna throw that there, so I remember. And then get rid of it here. And throw that there. Yay, we circled back to working on chapter 3 again. Actually, no, if it's been a thing for, at this point, years. Ah, pa, 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 pa. It's chapter 6 where he finally leaves for the moon. Oh, wait, hold on. What's Jeff, I think is his name. Yes, Jeff.
Raspberry Blue 27 says, a JJP here.
A JJ Peer. What do you mean by that?
Raspberry Blue 27 says, PE.
I'm lost again. I just realized there's like chapters where we don't hear
Raspberry
from.
Blue 27 says, love through Christ.
It, this. Okay. Not relevant, but okay. I don't know what the JJP Peer P thing is all about. That's not relevant, and I don't know what it could be relevant. I has no idea what it means. This is where we had the Burns character. Correct?
Raspberry Blue 27 says, I don't know either, sorry, it's supposed to be love another, I don't know. Raspberry Blue 27 says, I asked your dad and I think he's walking sleeping, sorry.
What things you're saying that I'm confused about?
Raspberry Blue 27 says, nothing lol.
Got excited to help for. I got excited for a minute to help, but I guess I'm that stupid. Sorry. It's not you being stupid. I don't want to say that. It's just, if you're gonna say something, you gotta provide context to what you're saying. Otherwise, I'm not gonna follow because there is a delay. So even if you're responding to something I said, I still won't know what you're saying because it's like I don't know how long the delay is. I know it has been as long as 40 something seconds.
Arcane Duke 922 says, TH Dully is not bad today.
Okay.
Arcane
Because of-
Duke 922 says, time.
Time. 6:12. So I go like this, and then you say how many fingers I'm hold up as soon as I... Well, no, I should have done it. I hold up fingers...
Arcane Duke 922 says, I was demonstrating the delay. Raspberry Blib 27 says, I know I was gonna say something and ask, but I guess I'm not that person to help pensive face. Arcane Duke 922 says, 1.
If it's only a 1 second delay, that's actually like pretty good.
Arcane Duke 922 says, 2.
Oh no, it's the counting thing, where you, if you're counting and somebody doesn't know, it makes them very uncomfortable.
Arcane Duke 922 says, 3.
Even though it's counting down, that usually does it.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, I love you and proud of you so much.
Oh wait, counting. Delay 3 seconds. 4 seconds, 5 seconds.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, hee hee.
For how much I spend like looking at chat and talking to chat, we've gotten quite a bit of work done today as well.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, thank you for being you always.
Okay. Max goes hiding. That's not... Max goes hiding is not... Okay.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, and do your book and run some fun games. I gotcha. Always love and protect. Always love Red Heart.
do we want to continue on with, like, because we're getting surprising number of progress done. I think we give it another 15 minutes and see where we end up.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, okay. Raspberry Blib 27 says, shut.
Shut. Where? Okay.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, to the test I put before silly.
He. I might have to take this.
Arcane Duke 922 says, good time for an ad break.
Okay, that interrupted so long that the 15 minutes became... There's 5 left on what I said? So 15 really became 10?
Raspberry Blue 27 says, sorry he is just so much.
Mr. Jimbo said by one of Michael's men.
Raspberry Blue 27 says, much to talk to, he's cool.
Okay. I'll message intercepted by one of Michael's men.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, guys sorry cone. Eh.
Bum. Well, it's time is up for what do I've set.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, back he's awesome.
Da. I think this is a good stopping point. Once we finish chapter 7. Actually, I feel like that's a good point to end
Raspberry
chapter
Blib
7.
27 says, come on.
I have to go make dinner. I still don't have an ending soon. Hold on, I can make an ending soon. I can just change... Remove. Yes. Add. Text. Find the correct font. I need it to be black. This is not the correct font. I don't remember what the correct font was. So I'm going to put this here. Go to please hold. H3P. Is that the same one? No, it is not. So then it is this one? No, it was the fast one. It was the fast one. Hold on. I'm gonna get this right eventually. There we go. Ending Zoom screen! Finally! I finally did it! Also, I need credits. How do I add credits? New followers. People gave bits to the stream. I don't know how to end that. Add that.
Raspberry Blib 27 says, Yaya.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Arcane Duke 922 says, make sure you save it.
I've been saving it. Every time I make any adjustment at all on anything, I save it. If I go back to scene, you can see at the top, it says saved. I've been saving it as we've been going. And if you mean OBS, that just saves automatically, which means if I make a change and it crashes and I don't like the change, I have to manually change it again. Yep. I'm supposing because you guys already at the max all the channel points needed, it's not a huge deal for me to be like, who do I raid? I don't know anybody currently streaming, it looks like. So I'm just gonna go. Bye! For ending soon, do I need to be... I think I can take the webcam off, right? I don't know. I don't know the protocol. Please hold is 50-50. Sometimes I do need to be...
Arcane Duke 922 says, by Fuvirotund.